You can take it forward. So welcome to eLearningLine. I would introduce the trainer, Prashad. And Prashad, you can take it forward from here. I would keep the audience on the mute so that we can hear each other very clearly without any interruption. And if you have any questions, you can just go to the GoToMeeting chat window and you can type your questions and Prashad will be able to take it forward from there. So once again, welcome to QTP demo session. Prashad, you can carry on.
Okay, thank you, Susmita. Hello all, welcome to this QTP UFT online training. So let me introduce myself first and then we will start with the demo. And also, like as I said, as Susmita said, like if you guys are having any queries with respect to your technical, you can always ping me in the chat window and all your queries will be answered at the end of the session, or sometimes if the query is relevant to that particular topic, I will be discussed at the same time. So myself, Prasad, I'm having more than 8 years of experience in my software industry. So my entire career into software testing only. As part of my career, I work with manual testing and also I had much experience with automation testing with the multiple tools, like I work with QTP, Selenium, Test Complete, and also I'm having good experience with mobile application testing as well. I work with Android testing and iOS testing. So this is brief about myself, and then again I'm welcoming everyone for this QTP UFT online training demo. And we will start with this demo, and if you guys are having any queries, please ping me in the chat window with all your queries. Okay, let's start. So today our agenda is what is QTP? Because if you see in the current industry, everyone is talking about QTP. Everyone is talking about QTP. Like most of the people, like if you are already working in QA, you are trying to change your career to your automation testing with your QTP. So everyone is talking about that. And also we need to understand, so if I'm learning something, right, whatever it may be, like whether it can be QTP or XYZ, then how it will change my career, how it will enhance my career. So we will try to understand that as well. And also as part of this QTP, what you will be learning, what kind of concepts we will discuss here. And also let me tell you one thing here, whatever we are learning here. So in QTP we will be learning so many concepts. So each and every concept we will try to understand with the real-time examples. So I'm learning one concept. Let's immediately focus how I can implement this concept in the real time. So we will be discussing that. Okay, fine. And also, like, you guys are having some time for question and answers. If you guys are having any queries, you can always let me know. Fine. So if you see in the market right now, everyone is talking about testing tools, right? They're talking about QTP, they're talking about Selenium, they're talking about so many other tools. But in the market share, you are having the major share is with your QTP. QTP is the major share. So if you see here, why I require this testing? What is the importance of this testing tools? Without testing, nowadays, without testing, we are not releasing any product to production. If you take any industry, without testing, we are not releasing even a single product to that market, because nowadays each customer is expecting the quality. Like if you take any customer, say, right, don't talk about any customer, just take ourselves. Take just say, for example, if I'm going to mobile shop and I'm trying to buy a mobile, right, what I will do, I'm seeing the quality nowadays. Even though that product is expensive, I'm not bothering. Like any customer is not bothering on the cost. They are seeing the quality of the product. Because of that reason, right, testing is becoming like very popular day by day. So without testing, we are not even releasing a single product. So nowadays, right, testing is mandatory. And we can do this testing, like you can do it with your manual, you can do it with your automation testing. We can see manual testing is the primary responsibility of any QA. But what will happen is, right, manual testing, we are having some challenges. Like manual testing will take some lot of time. That means it's just time consuming process. So if you want to test any application, I may test that application so many iterations, so many cycles. So obviously what will happen, it will take a lot of time to complete the process on that. So because of this time consuming issue, because you are having a lot of time required to complete your manual testing, and then I cannot rely my manual testing as well. Meaning, now say for example, I'm testing my application. If I'm testing that application today, right, I will get some results. But if I test the same application and with the same test cases, after few days, what will happen is that you may find one issue because of some human errors, right? Human errors. We can do the mistakes because after all we are human being, right? So we will do some mistakes. So what will happen is, like, here you cannot rely your manual testing. That is one. And you need lot of resources, right? Say for example, if you want to test that application with 10 users, right? That means I cannot hire like 10 people to test a single application. It is too expensive for me. So what we will do is we will look out for some tools where we will get the help from that tool, right? And if you see your automation testing, like, right, if you see this automation testing, what is the advantage? That means automation testing and manual testing is nothing but, like, so if you guys are already aware of your manual testing, probably, right, you will understand easily. Okay, if you see here, this is the definition of your manual testing and your automation testing. If you see here, when you say that manual testing, so here I'm testing that application with the help of my manual practice. Like what I will do, I will take my test plan, I will take my test cases, right? What is test plan, what is test cases, and all. If you are unable to understand, let me know. I will explain you. Otherwise, as part of this course, we will be talking about that more. Okay, one second. Looks like participants is unable to hear us. One second. So if you are unable to hear me, so make sure that you connect it to your audio. Then only you can hear me. Okay. So when you are doing your manual testing, what we will do is we are testing that application manually. So I'm having some application. So what I will do, I will test that application manually. Say for example, if we are having any example here, now say for example, let's try to understand this testing with the help of one application. When you're doing your manual testing means what you are doing, you are testing that application manually. So if you're testing that application manually, that means what I will do, I will open this application manually and I will enter my username, password, click on OK. Everything I'm doing manually. That is called your manual testing. Manual testing means you are testing that application manually. Whereas when you say that automation testing, so here I am opening this application by entering that URL manually. When it is say that automation testing, this will be done with the help of a tool. Meaning we will write the program, and with the help of your programs, your tool will open this. Now here I am entering the values and entering username, password, and click on sign in. So these things, right, here I am doing this manually, but when it comes to that automation testing, whatever we are doing, everything we will do with the help of a tool. With the help of a tool. Okay. Like this, with the help of a tool. Fine. Like this. Okay, when you say that manual testing, right, manual testing is nothing but you are testing that application manually, whereas when you say that automation testing, okay, whereas your automation testing, like what we will do, We will do the same thing, but we will apply these test cases with the help of your tool. What tool? Okay, fine. Now you can ask me like, what are these test cases, what is the test scripts, and all. We will be discussing in detail going forward. For the time being, right? For the time being, what you can do is you can say that here I'll say that this is my test cases in the manual testing, but in automation testing, we will call it as test scripts. In manual testing, you are testing that application manually, but when you say that automation testing, you will have the same test scripts, and you will be trying to test this application with the help of a tool. With the help of a tool. Here tool can be anything, QTP, Selenium, whatever may be the tool. But here our intention is to understand QTP, because we are learning this QTP tool as part of our course. Fine. So here, my automation testing like is having some benefits. Automation testing is having some benefits. Those benefits like automation testing is very speed, and it can do your repeatability. One of the advantage for your automation testing. Say for example, if you are automating any applications with the tool, and you may have like many test cases which are repeating again and again. When you are doing your manual testing, so you will test that test case every time. But when it comes to that automation testing, what you can do is you can create a function and you can repeat that function whenever you require. How to create the function, how to use it, everything we will understand going forward. So here our intention is to understand what is the benefits of my automation testing. And then you can use your, in automation testing you have programming. So you will write some programs, because tool means like it's a machine. Machine don't know anything. Every time you have to give the instructions. Based on your instructions, your tool will work. So here also we will write some programs. Based on your programs, your tool will work. So how to write the programs, and especially in QTP, like programming skills, if you have like less programming skills also, absolutely fine, and you can maintain all the test scripts with your QTP with less programming skills, because QTP is very user friendly, very user friendly. But yes, we will write some programs. We will be learning how to write the programs. And then automation testing tools, right, always reliable, meaning if I'm getting some results today, whatever the results I will get today, I will get the same results after 2 years also, until and unless there is no functionality change. So if I'm executing today, whatever the results I will get today, I will get the same results after a few years also. That's why I can say that I can rely my automation testing. And also the main advantage of your automation testing is it will save lot of efforts and time. That means, right, in manual testing, if you're taking like 20 days of time to complete the task, you can do the same in your automation testing in around like 12 hours. That means that you can reduce lot of efforts, like a lot of resources you can reduce in automation testing. These are the like benefits. These are the benefits of your automation testing. Fine. Okay. Fine. So now right, you can ask me, okay, so I'm learning this QTP. So when I'm learning this QTP course, so when you're learning your QTP, what is the benefits of the course? What are all the benefits? What is the outcome? So I'm learning this QTP. So what is the takeaway? What I can learn from this course? Now let me tell you few things here. So here, for each session will be recorded, and at the end of the session, you guys will be notified with your recorded session. And if you guys are having any queries with your sessions, you will be supported both online as well as offline support during our course. Meaning, like whenever if you are having any queries in the session itself, you can raise your queries, and we will do that solutions for these queries in the session itself. Otherwise, you can also drop a mail to the team and we are ready to help you during the course. Fine. And detailed notes will be provided because here, right, we are learning the tools. When you are learning the tools, you should understand how you can give the instructions to the tool, because you have to provide each and every instructions to the tool, then only tool will work. So whatever we are discussing in the session, for each topic we will have the detailed notes, so that you can use this detailed notes for your future references. When you are working with that, when you are working with the tool in the later stages, what you can do, you can refer that notes for your learning or your practice purpose. Fine. And then, like at the end of the session, I'll be a automation tester. That means I'm ready to apply for automation tester position. You should be in a position to work in your automation testing at the end of this QTP course. And also you will be learning as part of the course how I can identify the test cases for the automation testing. When you are doing your automation testing job, the first responsibility of any automation tester, the very first responsibility of your automation tester is how to identify the test cases for my automation testing. Usually, right, in manual testing, if you are having like 100 test cases, we will never automate 100 test cases. There is some criteria how you can identify the test cases for your automation testing. So if you ask me like how many test cases we will automate in automation testing is, I can say that out of 100 test cases, in general, on an average, we will automate 60 to 70% of the test cases, not all. We will never do all, right? It depends on the client. If clients come back and saying that you want to automate 100 test cases, yes, we will do that. And also we will be learning all the test cases, how you can automate it, how to write the scripts and all. Fine. So here, right, the main intention of this QTP means we need to understand how to write the programs in your QTP. So we will be learning how to write the programs in my QTP, how to write the scripts. We will be learning that. And then, right, once we are done, once this is done, and also you will be in a position to understand automation framework. So when you are applying for any automation tester position, so automation framework is mandatory. The first question, right, they will ask in the interview, once you are done with your personal details, they will ask you, can you explain the framework you guys are following in your current application? This is the question they will ask, any interviewer. So you will be understanding the framework, which framework you are using, and then how that framework will work. Fine. Second thing is, right, then the next thing is, at the end of the course, you will be in a position to write your VB script programs. VB script is the scripting language. So if you are working with your QTP, you will write your scripts in your VB script. VB script is very, very easy, very easy. Anyone can work on this, anyone can learn and then start working on it. It is very easy. So you will be in a position to write your programs in your VB script. On descriptive programming, if you see in the market, like current situation, if you are applying for any QTP position, they will ask you how much you are comfortable in your descriptive programming. They will ask you how you are comfortable in your descriptive programming, because descriptive programming is very mandatory for any QTP professionals in the current situation. So we will be learning this descriptive programming, and like you have an automation object model in your QTP, we will be talking about that. Because this automation object model also is very important, we will be talking about that. So these are all the outcomes. Like once you are done with this course, you should be in a position to do all these things, whatever we are discussing here. Yes. Okay. Now here also one more thing, right? Here also one more thing. If you see here, right, when you're done with this course, you will be in a position how to create the libraries, right? How to write the function. agenda. Okay, you want to see that QTP openings? You want to see that? See, when you say that QTP openings, right? When you say any QTP openings, right? It's a common thing. If you open any QTP, right, then common things, right, what they will is they will talk about your descriptive programming, they will talk about your framework. These are the common things. See, if you see job description, you can have a look on the job description. See, good knowledge on the framework. First point, that is very important. Good knowledge, VB scripting. Good knowledge in your, this is SAP related opening. So they are talking about SAP, right? See, everywhere, right? Everywhere, these are the common things. If you go to like any organization or any country, wherever, right? When you're talking about QTP, they will talk about framework, they will talk about VB script, they will talk about descriptive program. Fine. So now the next question is, okay, how much time it will take? So I understand that what is the outcomes for my course. Now I need to understand what is the course details. I mean, like what is the duration. So we will be planning for this 5-week session, and what we will is first 4 sessions we will be talking about like some basics and advanced concepts, and then 5th week what we will is we will plan for some project. We will try to take some project, and then we will take one dummy project, and we will automate that dummy project with the help of the concepts whatever we learn in the first 4 weeks. That is the plan. Okay, that is the plan for this course. Okay. Yes, we will take that project, right? We will take one project and we will try to understand. See, I learned what is QTP and I learned so many topics, right? Now, I need to understand how to implement it. Just learning it will not make any sense. So what we need to do is, once we learn, we will implement on the projects. Once we implement the projects, that means you will get a real-time feel. That means you are comfortable in doing your automation testing activities with the application. Okay. Once we are done, I mean, this is your course duration, and this is the this is also like we are having some advantages of your QTP. What is the advantages, right? Right now you are having so many advantages in your QTP, and everyone is talking about this QTP. So what is the advantages of my QTP? The first thing is, when you talk about your QTP, see again one more thing, right? Sometimes I am saying that QTP, sometimes I am saying that UFT. Don't confuse, both are same. Only thing is UFT is the latest version of your QTP, right? You will be understanding that going forward. So for the time being, UFT is the latest version of your QTP. Okay, fine. QTP is right. If you see these advantages, you have some advantages in your QTP. So QTP is very easy, and even a non-programmer can handle with your QTP. If you're automating one application, and if you're a non-programmer, still you can manage it. Not only programmer, I'm a non-programmer, I'm not having much skills, still I can manage it. And also QTP is having the good object identification. As I said, a QTP is a tool. Every time you have to provide the configuration. So what will happen is, here when you are working with your QTP, right, QTP is having the good object identification mechanism. So we will be talking about that, what is that object identification mechanism, how to work with that, we will talk about that. Then QTP will support almost all the technologies. If you are automating any application, it can be .NET application, it can be Java application, any application, meaning if my application is developed in .NET, or if my application is developed in Java, any application you can automate using QTP. So if anyone is asking, shall we automate, means blindly you can say that QTP, because QTP will support all the technologies, almost all the technologies. And also you are having like a few more advantages in your QTP. Like QTP will use VB script as a scripting language. VB script is very easy. It is like reading an English paper. Like when you are reading your English paper, how you can understand that concept, how you understand that content. Similarly, your VB script is like reading your English paper only. Like when you're having any functions in the VB script, and if you're reading that function, you can easily say that what that function will do. Say for example, I'm having in VB script one of the function like this. What is the general meaning of this? Invoke application. When I say that invoke application, what is the general meaning? Yes, opening. Right? Invoke is nothing but opening. That means when you say that invoke application in VB script, this is one of the built-in function in your VB script. When you say that invoke function, invoke application, meaning how to open the application in your QTP, then I can use this function. Let me give you one more function. When you say that now, what is now? Yes, now is nothing but current date and time. That means, right, if you're writing the code, in your QTP, and I want to get the current date and time of my machine, then simply you can use the function call now. So this VB script functions are very, very easy, and it's like reading English paper only. Now, and one more thing is, this QTP will support all your Microsoft object models, like it will support your Excel, it will work with your Outlook, you can work with your file system objects. It will work with all the objects. You can work with any objects. And also, like you can see, if you see your QTP will support your XML, and probably you might have heard your quality center. So there is an integration between your QTP and quality center. That means you can directly connect from QTP to quality center and quality center to QTP. There is an integration between these two tools because those are coming from the same vendor HP. Okay. And also now see, we are testers. When you are testers means we will do a lot of testing, meaning right, what we will do, we will use a lot of test data for our testing purpose, right? So for that test data, what you can do is, or even QTP is having one built-in feature called data table, which looks similar to your Excel. So you need to understand, this point is very important, you need to understand how to work with the data table, how to work with the Excel. These two are very important and which will be useful in your workplace. That means if you are doing the actual work, actual coding in the real time, and this working with the data table, working with the Excel will really help you. Okay, fine. Fine. So this is the duration. Okay, fine. Now I wanted to give you that what is the features we are learning. Okay, here just I'm outlining that features. Right. If you guys are having any queries, let me know, because I'm not going in depth of the features. So here just I'm outlining what are all the contents we will be discussing as part of the course. So what I will do is, right, I will start with very basic, like what is automation testing. First we will understand what is automation testing. Then what we will do is we will start with QTP. Now, right, we will understand what is automation testing, and then we will install our QTP. Yeah, Susmita. So I will start with this automation testing first. Then we will see that we can install the tool, because you need to understand how to install the tool also. Let's say like it's a very simple task. We will see that how to install the tool. Once we are done, then what we can do is we can see how the tool looks like and what are all the key elements of your QTP. And then when you are working with anything, whether it can be manual testing, automation testing, everywhere there should be some process, testing process. So here automation testing also we have some testing process. We will be seeing that how to perform this testing in your QTP. We will do that, and then we will start with record and playback. Actually, record and playback I will be discussing only 1 or 2 sessions. I will not go with recording and playback with more sessions. The reason is now in the record and playback, because right in the industry right now everyone is expecting some programming skills in QTP. So recording playback, yes, you require, because To understand that automation testing, record and playback is required. But our more focus is on the programming. So we will focus more on that so that you will get more expertise in your QTP at the end of the course. We will discuss that what is record and playback, how many recording modes are there, everything we will discuss there. And also we will be learning with an example. Fine. The next thing is we will be talking about that object repository, which is very important for me, because object repository is the main component of your QTP. Name indicates object repository, meaning object storage place. That means whatever the application you are automating, whatever the objects you are automating, you can store all the objects in your repository. We will be discussing on this repository, like, and also we will be spending like a couple of sessions here, because this is very important, not only for the interview point of view, but also working also. Now we will be talking about that VB script, how to work with the VB script and what is this introduction to your VB script, and we will talk about that, because as I said, VB script is the programming language for your QTP, and we need to understand that. We will talk about that. Then, like, QTP is having some features, checkpoints, output values, working with the data tables, environment variables, and parameterization. See, parameterization is nothing but, now you want to test your application with like different test data. Say for example, I'm having some application and I want to test that application with hundreds of users, meaning, right, if you see here, you are having your Yahoo application, right? You are having your Yahoo application here. You are having your Yahoo application, and I want to test this application with 100 users. When you are testing manually, enter first user, second user, like this. But when you are doing your automation testing, what you can do is, with a single script, you can execute this script with 100 times, or if you want to execute 1,000 times, you can do that. Right? That is nothing but your parameterization. Parameterization is by testing the same functionality with multiple sets of data. We will be learning this. This is one of the important program we will be learning as part of the UFT. Then we will be discussing like other features, actions, synchronization, transactions. See here, right, I am not going to details about these features. The reason is, right, we are not, right, we are not yet started with QTP, so just I am giving you some high level overview. Once we are entering into the QTP, then I will talk about that what is actions, what is the importance of these actions, how to use the actions, like this. Then I will talk about the synchronizations and transactions, and your regular expressions, descriptive programming, right? Because I told you, like, descriptive programming and your automation framework, these are the advanced level concepts, but you need to understand if you want to clear the interviews, or if you want to work in your real place, it will be useful. And also we will be talking about that how to work with Excel, because tester means most of the times testers will work with the Excel only. We will get the data from the Excel, we will get the data from the client in the form of Excel. We need to understand how to get the data from the Excel, and then how to write the values back to your Excel. We need to understand it. And also, like, when you are doing your automation, you may face some challenges. So to overcome the challenges, you have some workarounds, like working with your keyboard, working with your mouse. I will talk about all this stuff from now. Okay. And as I said, as part of your automation framework, like, you have so many frameworks in the market, modular driven, keyword driven, data driven, and hybrid driven. You need to understand at least one framework. What is this framework? How this framework will work? And with respect to your project, how you can apply this framework, right? Fine. So this is the features we will be discussing as part of the course. And as I said, like, with an example, we will be discussing each and every feature. And this is what, okay. Okay, that's what I have as part of the demo. If you guys are having any queries, yeah, please let me know. On the 5th week, we will be talking about project. will see how to work with different things, like how to work with the tables, how to work with your objects like your combo box, how to write the for loop, how to write your switch select case, like this. So we will be learning almost everything here. And also, as I said, both your online and offline support will be provided during the course. Yes. Okay. Okay, fine. Thank you, team. And thanks for your time. Thank you all.